Hello everyone, welcome to week 5 of the transformation part of my Fit Fat to Fit video series. I am going to keep these a little bit short now because I know like in the past I've dragged them out a bit. So I'm going to keep trying to keep them under 10 minutes. So I'm just going to get through everything. I'll show you what it looked like. I'll put my blood sugar graph up and that'll be pretty much it. All the adjustments that are going to happen to my body now, I think the initial big loss has kind of, happened. So I think from now on it's just going to be smaller amounts of loss. So I started off at 173.5 pounds, which is 78.8 kilograms. And I am now at 158.5 pounds, or 71.8 kilograms. So that's a loss of 15 pounds. And this is in 5 weeks, so that's just under 7 kilograms. So 15 pounds 5 weeks. It's about averages at £3 a week. It's not a bad loss at all. It could have been faster, but I didn't want to lose any muscle. I wanted to gain muscle. The gym scales that I've been using that take all the body fat percentage and all that have broke again, so I've pretty much written that off. So my BMI has also dropped from 27.6 to 25.2. That's a loss of 2.4 points. Doesn't seem a lot, but it means I'm just that tiny little bit now over the overweight category, or into the overweight category. The other one is my waistline, which I've actually already measured because I've just pre-recorded what I look like. So that's a loss of 3.5 inches from round my waist in 5 weeks. So not bad at all for 5 weeks. I don't think, like I said before, I don't think it'll keep going in the same direction as quick because, like the more weight you carry, the easier it is to get it off. But obviously, the closer you get back down to what normal is or low body fat is, the harder it's going to get. So I don't want to over push that. I'm just going to keep going as I am. I have made some adjustments to the diet. I was on quite a strict 1 meal a day for the evening meal apart from weekends, but I've just a little bit, I've kind of tried to stretch that out. So if there's some food available and it's not processed food before my evening meal, I'll have something like that, but it's not going to be like a snack like a bag of crisps or anything like that. It's just going to be if something crops up. And at weekend I'm now kind of trying to get a bit more calories in, but still trying to keep my eating window to a pretty small one. So that's going to keep the fat burning up, but I'll just have a few more calories knocking about for building muscle. I'm not into counting calories. Like I said, for no diet really. I don't think any diet you should have to count calories at all. But I think on a heavy day I'm still going to be nowhere near 2,000 calories, which is still under my daily calorie needs. But like I said, some days I'm quite up near it, other days it's still going to be really low. But the focus is on getting as much nutrition in as possible, getting plenty of fibre, getting plenty of fat, and an adequate but not too much protein. No protein shakes. You don't need protein shakes to build a good physique. It's just all sales BS really. So after this, I'll put up the video of what I look like. I'll do a bit of a tent and stuff like that, and then after that I'll put up some me blood sugar graphs. See, I think I put a bit more muscle on the top, and obviously I've still got a bit of a belly, but there's a little bit more shape appearing down here, and hopefully over the next few weeks that's going to kind of, or months, that's going to swap over. I'll do my waist. Or belly. Relax the fat thing. So that's 34.5 on the waist. So that's what I look like, or the update of what I look like. If you think I'm doing well, or if you don't think I'm doing well, stick it down in the comment section below. It's hard to tell, you know, when you look at yourself every week or every few days, like actually how you're doing. But looking at the video I had, you know, from the start of this, it looks like I'm making progress. So I'll put up my blood sugar graph now of this is of the 4 months leading up to the transformation. So the 4 months where I was putting weight on. So I'll put that out first. So you can see there, you know, maybe you didn't look or whatever, but there were some blood sugar readings that went right up to 117, a few over 100, quite a few in the 90s. One or two in the 70s or 80s, which 70s or 80s, okay. 90s, 100s, for me at least anyway, not okay, too high. Don't forget these are fasting blood sugar readings as well. So this is where I haven't eaten for 4 hours, so that, you know, you shouldn't have any blood readings in the 90s or over 100 if you've not eaten for 4 hours. If you do, then you know you've got some kind of level of insulin resistance. So here is the one right from the very beginning. So you'll see all the zigzags, you know, for the past 4 months, and then the last bit at the end is the you know, the last 5 weeks. So if you want to pause it, I'll only put up 5 seconds. If you want to pause it and have a look, by all means do. I'll put that up now. So that's my graph showing, you know, the alteration for the last 5 weeks. You can see at the end. There was one blood sugar reading that was 85, but that's the only one that was in the 80s. Couple down in the 70s, but most of them have been in the 60s and the 50s, which will seem low to a lot of people. But you know, as long as you've got plenty of energy, it's perfectly fine. You know, to me. And the thing is, if you do have low blood sugar and you've got plenty of energy, then it means your body is in a good place, because it means you're adapted to burn fat. You'll wake up fresh in the morning. You know, you get a good night's sleep. Everything starts balancing out. As long as you're getting all your nutritional stuff, you're getting adequate protein, you're getting enough fats. Fats are important. As long as they're not rancid vegetable fats or things that have been boiling away in vegetable fats or anything like that. As long as they're clean and, you know, from good clean sources, you know, you can eat as much fat as you want. That's what I do, or my understanding anyway. And it's always worked for me. You know, your hormones are made of fat, or need fat to be produced. Your brain's made of cholesterol. You know, there's a lot of things in your body that go on that need fat, and you can make fat, of course. You know, we do it all the time. But giving yourself some cholesterol and some fat to help your hormones, helps with muscles, you know, certainly needed. So anyway, if you've got any questions about anything more, like I said, I didn't want to drag it out too much because I have been doing. If you've got any questions, stick them down in the comment section below. Please bang that like button. Share the video with anyone who you think, if this is going to be helpful. I'll put a link to the week 1 of the transformation down in the comment section below. The description section below, and I think that's pretty much it for this week. And it's going to be every 2 weeks for at least the next few episodes now, so you're just going to see some small changes. They'll probably be even shorter than this episode because, like I said, they're just going to be short changes. And then 5 weeks from this weekend, I've got my first Spartan race, so that'll be interesting to see. So I've got 2 more episodes, and the week after that is my Spartan race. So hopefully by then I'll be up to a level of fitness where I can do it. I'm pretty sure I will. It's only a 3-mile one, like I said before, the shortest race of the year. But it's a nice little start up for training for the other races that I've got planned. So that's it for this week and for this episode. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.